So basically, online reputation management is defined in two words. That is and
Just for giving an example purposes, maybe Riya Chakraborty will be having a proper ORM game very strong. If you are active on the internet, it is likely that people will say good or bad about you, your brand, or your work. And this all comes under the umbrella of online reputation management of how you control what people say. Hi guys, welcome to Raw Talks, where we take on best marketing strategies and a call industry expert to do the same. And today we have on the panel Aditya Kumar, who is an industry expert when it comes about ORM, online reputation management. And I'm going to lay down a blueprint for what exactly we are going to talk about in the timeline below. So make sure you refer to that. Before we begin, please like, comment, and subscribe. And now, let's begin. Hi guys, welcome to Raw Talks episode 7, and today I have on the panel Aditya Kumar. So first of all, Adi, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for accepting my invite.
thanks, Raghav, for inviting me on your channel.
Let's get started with the topic because I have already introduced the audience that today we are going to cover about ORM, which in online marketing stands for online reputation management. And I see that people are not very much aware about this topic into the greatest of the details. So, Adi, would you like to guide my audience? What exactly is online reputation management and why do exactly brands need it?
Definitely, Raghav. So basically, online reputation management is defined in two words. That is monitoring and improving. So brands or the personal branding needs both of them is the monitoring and improving. You have to monitor your brands and your personal branding on the web. So anything monitoring and branding on the online presence is the online reputation management. So it's very simply defined monitoring and improving. So we will be discussing how to monitor it, what are the tools we need to do it, and then how to improve it, how to get it improved. So that is where online reputation management. Now we coming to the digital marketing era, the online branding is one of the important factors which people are defining today. Because do you know branding? Anyone, if you go for marketing or any e-commerce portal or any doctors or a lawyer as a profession, everyone checks his reviews and customer reviews. It's a like live feedback you are getting from the web,
Right.
and that's live feedback is very important to be monitored and improved.
Right. So basically, monitoring and improving is one of the key areas that we'll be talking about in this entire discussion, and we'll be moving forward to guiding them, to guiding the audience basically of how and what are we exactly looking forward in online reputation management. Correct?
Exactly.
Right. Awesome. So Adi, I would like to know for a brand, what is the online reputation management strategy that a brand should consider moving forward with or getting started with?
Right, Raghav. So I want to tell you that there is three. Basically, there is a three or four platforms where you need to be working.
Okay.
So that is search, where you Google search, where you have to monitor and improve. Then social, that is social platforms. Everyone knows how to monitor how what is, but the strategy behind it is important to be monitored. Third important is reviews, and that reviews has to be monitored and improved. And fourth is your complaint section for the brands.
Okay.
So these are the four areas where we have to work on. And that is a strategy you can say, like search and then the social and the reviews and the complaint. So that is the four where we have to work. And we will discuss this in detail. Secondly, for a brand, which you asked me a question of, for a brand, I tell you, for a brand, we have potential customers. So brand has to improve the online reputation management for the potential customers. And then for the reporter, for the reporting the blogs and everything. So reporter sections, and then the competitor, we need to have improved the brand, and then your own people, that the people you hire, they will learn how, if the company, what the company is doing, what the, so these are the four sections where brands needs to improve their online reputation management. That is potential customers, most importantly potential customers.
Right. So potential customers as in prospects. Adi, you specifically talked about reviews and the feedbacks that we get from the customers. So we are tracking the reviews on the social platforms itself, correct? Or is there any other way that we are, like the Google review section is also there, the Google My Business reviews? Where are
So
these reviews?
So these reviews are like are coming from various sections right now. For branding, you can have Clutch also. If you talk
Right.
about international clients, or the Clutch is one of the important right now a brand. If you talk about doctors or lawyers, if you talk about lawyers, we have Justia and Evo in the US market. In India
Right.
market, if you talk about, we have Complaint Boats, we have Glassdoor, and we have Google reviews, we have Facebook reviews. So these are all the review section where we are talking about.
So, are they like specifically? It depends upon the industry where most of the people are reviewing the particular product, right? For
Yes,
Trustpilot,
definitely,
like
definitely.
Trustpilot would be for travel, uh, anything around that, right? Like any industry has
Exactly.
their specific forums, correct?
Exactly. All the niche has different forums. Make My
Right.
Trip, and you
Mhm.
can say Trip Advisors, all niche. Or whenever you are doing reputation management, you have to be very niche based reputation. And
Got it.
niche based means you have to be very specific to your reviews and content in the market.
Right. Makes sense. So because this actually looks like a very tedious job, I want to know. You have already given a basic idea about the platform, so let's summarize this up. Like, what are the platforms, budget, time, sustainable impact, or the KPIs that we are looking on a 360-degree level that are associated to online reputation management? So let's start with platforms and their respective budgets. What is the monetary term that we are looking at?
So basically, I will talk about first, to monitor, we need have some tools to be known. Some is Yext, Yelp, and Meltwater. Meltwater is costly tools. Yext is fine. You can go and yes on the check the local listings of your Yelp is good. So I also tell you about your viewers that whoever is the starting as a freelancers, or they should go but with Yext certifications. Yext
Right,
certification is important to them, and they should learn about it, because online reputation is, I tell you, monitoring and improving. Yext is a
right,
good tool to monitor which site is giving you positive feedback, which is negative, whether you are listed right. Because I tell you, Google follows NAP theory, name, address, and phone number, NAP. This is
right,
a very important theory which you need to be known. That is, NAP theory says that all the platform, whatever you are using, whatever the sites you are using, this name, address, phone number should be consistent all over throughout the site. That is your reputation. If
right,
a person is searching, let's talk about Google search first. If person is searching with your name, for example, I am searching for a doctor in Delhi, so best orthopedics in Delhi, or I will search with Arun Bajpayee as a doctor. So if I have a brand name associated and I'm getting 7 sites with same name, address, and phone number, my branding is there almost very good. And then I will see the reviews of 4.0. So definitely, this NAP theory has to be followed. Yext certification if is there, you will follow NAP theory. You will, and if you remember, last year in Google has launched Triple B Business Bureau, in which
mm,
where Triple B is very important factor to do. So reputation is also created with Triple B also. So you need to be good reviews and good profile on Triple B also.
guys. I'm putting a link of Triple B for your better clarity in the description. Please have a look for more clarity upon this topic. I'll move forward. What is the budget and the time associated to this entire online reputation management? So, if somebody onboards a client today, or somebody wants to get started with ORM, what is the specific time constraint with the associated budget per month associated to get results?
So I am very specific, telling online reputation management is an ongoing process. It never ends. So
Right.
whenever your brand is, it's going to be ever ending process.
Mhm.
First of all, and then there is a budget constraint and KPI, which you talked about. So let's take about search, social, reviews, and complaints. So this
Right.
will be the I have 4 sections where you need to be suggesting your KPI. This will be the KPI areas. If you are doing for search, that is Google search, then
Mhm.
you have to be very specific about the budget taking around search ads. And within the search there is 3 sections: auto search suggestions, related suggestions, and then negative suggestions. So
Right.
if negative something coming in, you have to push it back or remove it back. So these 3 section is coming in the search, and you have to invest almost 2 or 3 hours daily for a brand on these sections. So search, social, reviews, and complaint board, you need to invest almost 5 hours daily for a successful monitoring. If you are using tools, you have to give 1 hour or 1.5 hours daily to monitor what tool is giving you what. For example, a negative word is used against you on their Facebook. So tool will let you know that this negative words, if how many words negative has been used in a week for you in the tools. Now you will understand that okay, 10% has been negative, 90% is positive, 40% is negative, 60. So now meanwhile you have to work on PRs like press releases. You have to work on news section. For search, you have to define your KPI. For if you go to next level, that is social. Social, you have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. So these days, Facebook and Instagram are more handy. So Facebook, Instagram brand is important. So then you have to use hashtags. How will you using hashtags? How will be using the negative feedbacks to remove you? The main thing we need to understand is improving. We have to promote positive links. We have to work on positive links to surpass the negative links. And that's what the basic theory is.
Okay. So there is a lot of comprehensive details that Adi has just put up, guys. And he's actually telling you that there is a proper follow-up strategy of how for social you can get through, how for search you can get through. For search, there are he's not specifically confining search to PPC. He's also considering the search engine optimization case of having the console, having the search console actually tell you the data points of organic search and PPC as well for putting the negative things for negative keywords for wherever your brand is going off the track. You should consider negative keywords as well. And from social media perspective, you should be considering monitoring for Instagram and Facebook, particularly with approach of hashtags as well. So there is an entire strategy that you can go around with for search and social, to be very specific, for your ORM strategy. Adi, what is the KPI that we are looking at? So suppose, how will I say that I ran a successful ORM campaign? Is it what we are looking, or is it what we are considering that if my brand negative feedbacks started reducing, does that mean that I have done ORM successfully?
So I tell you, if someone has published a negative blog or a press release against you, and if that blog is ranking in top 10 or top 20, then that's you have to push down to the second page or fifth page. That is one of the KPI. Any press releases or blog or a content published against your brand has to be not ranked till page second or page 3. That's the first KPI.
Okay.
Second KPI is whatever the reviews you have in Glassdoor, or it should be above 4.2. It should not reduce below 4.2. Right. The negative reviews should be lesser, and you should have a ticketing system. Ticketing system means if a customer has a problem, they should not write directly on the web. They should raise a complaint or a board within your website. And that ticketing system can generate through tools, or a developer can add that. So that ticketing system, so rather getting on the web, on a public place, you get the information first, and that improve your reputation. So your 50% job done if customer coming with a complaint on your website with a ticketing system.
Right.
So that's a very, if you see right now as an example, Flipkart or Amazon or a Zomato, if all of them has a ticketing system. If you get a bad food, you go upload a photo on their chat and they will refund your money. Or if you go grocery items, they will let you know what is the gap and they will refund that money. So all of them has a ticketing system. That's why the reputation somewhere is safe, because people get satisfied if they get within that out. So that's a very basic thing.
I think one of the major strategies that I have seen for applications ORM, like if I say Zomato, having a great online reputation management strategy is every app asks for feedbacks, correct? Every app asks for feedbacks in itself. So suppose Zomato asks you, would you like to give us a feedback from 5-star? If you select 4-star or 5-star, they will push you to Play Store. If you just in case selected 3-star, they will ask you to put down the feedback in the app itself.
Yes, exactly. And that's where they are saving their reputation.
Right.
So this why they're not pushing you to the
public platforms,
on the Facebook platform. So they are saving their reputation.
Right. I think I am connecting the dots now, and I hope guys you are connecting the dots as well. And guys, if you have any questions regarding any jargon or any concern regarding any strategy presented by Adi, I want you to comment down below, and I'll make sure Adi answers to that query of yours. Right, Adi?
Yeah, sure, 100%. I love
Thank you
to
so much.
give
Yeah.
the feedback myself too.
Yeah. So we have talked about the major KPIs as well now. Adi, I want to know. I have seen people going around with remove my name from Google search or any search engine platform going around, and that is at brand level too and personal level too. Or remove my name from Wikipedia, or remove my age, or remove my passport, remove my personal details from Wikipedia. Um, is it any different in the approach of brand and personal? This is my first question. And why do people do that? Is my second question.
So there's nothing different. See, there's a lot of things. So basically, I tell you, the removing the name from social media or the web platform, sometimes first thing is people unsecure about the data to be leaked about data and people are getting with the fraudism. That is first thing. Secondly, if you are having a negative feedback or people is reading you negative and you are 1 star, 2 star, and your name has been already in bad, so people want to remove it because people want to do not want a bad reputation on the web. So they want to remove with all the reviews and everything. So they, if anyone has done something wrong and a government has published a PR or a government has published a blog, knowing that people should know about him that he's a wrong candidate. For example, if you take Nirav Modi, or if you take so obviously a lot of PR has been done. If you search Nirav Modi, whatever the good he has done in the past has not going to come right now on the web for the next 5 pages. So obviously he wants to get it removed from everywhere. Why he will continue with that? Same goes with brand. If a brand is cheating with somebody and a PR is going, so no one is want to do it because they want to remove it out. So this is the basically answer to your question or to that.
Right. So, just for giving an example purposes, maybe Riya Chakraborty will be having a proper ORM
Right.
game very strong at this, and she should start ORM strategy these days. And coming about online reputation management for a brand level, I think network marketing, the network marketing platforms or multi-level marketing platforms have their ORM game very strong because the pyramid scheme businesses who do not get generally a good review is somewhere also dealing with ORM in a very stronger way. And because the basic strategy, as per my understanding, is going like removing the name is not removing the name, it's pushing the name very below from 5 to 6 pages. Like, this is correct, right?
Correct. So I tell you one thing more. I want to add. It depends on what type of press release or PR your negative links has been published. If it .gov sites or government is releasing something, it's very difficult to delete it or get it removed. If it's a normal site, if it's rip off or a complaint board, then you can go for their chats. You can prove your identity. You can prove your documents. They might be listen to you but GOV sites, it can only be pushed out with PRs and everything. You cannot delete it or you cannot remove it. So you have to be very specific that what type of and I'm not going in details about technical because like there's a lot of stuff you need to see a domain, which type of domain category it is, whether it is high for domain authority or whatever the value you need to be searching out. So that is very technical. You need to go on, research it, and then you have to design your strategy according to search, social reviews, and complaint.
Right, makes sense. So GOV, EDU, and something very that has a very good authority saying about you has a very negative impact, and that is difficult for something to be pushed down. This is what we are summarizing this to, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the one of the basic we need to be very clear.
So, Adi, you have already given a freelancer strategy in the very beginning. In order to begin with this, you talked about Yext certification. Anything else that you specifically want a freelancer or somebody who's looking for a job from a job perspective to know that this is where you need to begin? This is your strategy and this is where you need to put your next coming hours so that you can secure your take or your clients or your job for that matter in ORM.
So first of all, I want to tell all the freelancers that work on monitoring. Put your more hours in monitoring. And monitoring is only done with the tools like SEMrush, Yext, Meltwater, Yelp. These are the tools. If once you start monitoring, you start gaining what is the aspect of reputation. So what is monitoring? You go and search somebody's name. You see on the top 20 what is coming. Go and search on SEMrush. Go and search on Yext. Yext, when you put the address and phone number copied from Google listing, of any brand, you will come to know what are the consistency or level of that brand, that how many NAP theory they are using. So you
Right.
will see 40%, 60%. So you will get an idea. Yes, there's a work of 40%. You need to go to a different site and fix that out. So that is one. So whatever the freelancer is, I only suggest the first thing, start monitoring the brands. And not only monitoring, it's a monitoring through tools. Yext certification. Yext certification gives you, it's a video. They have a classes. You go
Right.
with it. They will give you a lot of immense pleasure. And you will come to know a professional branding. What is professional branding? What are the layouts? What are the structures? Once you go through all that, get a certified certification. That will a very upfront key notification for your job in next coming 2 or 4 months, because that is after the lockdown is over, after this is going on crisis, reputation will be playing one of the important roles. And you need to have, if you have a Yext certification, I can make sure that you have an upper edge in reputation marketing job sections.
Awesome. So, guys, Yext certification is one of the go-to strategies for a job seeker. And as Adi is recommending it, I am putting down the link of Yext certification in the description. Make sure you get through. And if there is any help or any guidance that you require, Adi's LinkedIn profile and my LinkedIn profile is in the description as well. Please feel free to reach out either by comments or by personally messaging us on LinkedIn. And I think, Adi, we have covered it all in a brief way. And I want to know one of the strategies, because this entire podcast was generally around marketing strategies and PPC. I want to know any freshers guidance apart from the certifications. Do you see that how PPC and ORM are connected, and how should freshers who are getting into PPC should be guided by you?
Yeah, so basically, I tell you, for paid marketing, there's two campaign which is very common these days. One is competitor campaign, that is branding, and second is branding campaign. Competitor campaign is you figure five competitors of your brands, and you run ads on relatively their keywords or a brand name, not exactly the same brand name, but relatively brand names or a relative keywords, and that is one of the branding strategies. Secondly, the branding strategy means you are running a brand campaign on your same brand name, whatever your brand is, or a person. And whenever people is searching, you will be coming out on the first. So that is a branding. People see, and I tell you one thing more. Today, in today's world, there is Google screened badge or Google guaranteed badge is coming for PPC. For PPC guys, all the branding, if you are doing online reputation, you need your customers or you need your clients to get Google screened or Google guaranteed. Both is the same thing. Google is screening your license. Google is screening your databases, addresses, and giving your PPC on top. This is for certain professional. Right now, Google has started. You just entered your profession and the Google screen. They will tell you that whether they are running in that niche or not. But I tell you, Google screen and Google guarantee badge is a very must for any of the Google PPC guys for doing the branding in reputation management.
Right.
If you get your customers reviewed and get a guaranteed badge with all the systematic affairs, that customer will be also happy, you will be also happy, because Google has screened your profession.
Right. So two things over here. First is the conquesting or competitor campaign that we generally run on PPC, which are for other relative terms apart from your brand that are related in your niche. Second is branding oriented. Third that you guided for was particularly about Google guaranteed badge or Google screening. And this is what the people should get through. I would like to add on, people do not generally target keywords that are related to review, honest feedback, and video or unboxing. Suppose I am an e-commerce agent and e-commerce supplier or e-commerce merchant. I generally do not put keywords like review for PPC, feedback, truth. Like suppose one brand A truth, brand A feedback.
Yeah.
They generally consider this as a negative. Guys, don't consider this as negative. Consider this as an opportunity to be targeted in a very specific segmented way. Like Zoom, even Zoom had their ORM going on when they were said that Zoom meetings are not secure. They literally made a very detailed article. Is Zoom meeting secure on keywords like these? Zoom actually showed a very comprehensive strategy for data encryption, data privacy, and avoiding data breach into their Google ads. They literally paid for getting their reputation higher. And this is why prominently Zoom has been standing out of their competition, and which is why we are also conducting this interview on Zoom itself. So, guys, do not run away from considering keywords that are related to feedback or review, would be my suggestion. Anything else you want to add on, Adi?
No, that's fine. But I think the last words which I can add, that always remember, reputation management is monitoring and improving. Right. These are the two words and the simple words. Only go monitoring and improving, your reputation will be fine.
Awesome. Thank you, Adi. Thank you so much for being my guest. And guys, I just want to give you a blooper. Adi and I had been trying from around 3 days now to settle this conference and get this started. And by all the means, I tried to get Adi over here. And thank you again, Adi, for being a part of this.
Thanks, Raghav, a lot.
Thank you so much. That's all, guys. I hope you found this video insightful and resourceful, and I'll see you in more such videos. And that was Aditya Kumar talking about a wholesome experience of how to begin with ORM, what matters in ORM, and what is the go-to strategy. I hope you like this video. Please make sure to comment down below of what exactly was your concern or your favorite part over the topic, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.